Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game! So, pro tip. When selling off your old equipment, don't accidentally sell your new equipment instead. It kinda threw me for a loop when I looked over my stats and saw that Jareth had a defense of 1. And good thing I had a backup save. Anyway, this is Tytaltham Palace. It is here where we will find the dragon Elalum. He holds the key to the dragon's den where Princess Elandra is being held. And by the way, this door right here, this is the boss door. It is right at the start of the dungeon, but we're going to have to be searching around in order to find the key for it. Now then, we were told that when we enter this place, there is a special book that I need to find. So, upon entering... Oh, there's a save point there. I don't need it yet. Upon entering, I need to head left, then right to find the book. I mean, this is nearly straight away from the entrance. Does this count as going left then right? Well, let's try it. I would like to explore the first floor first, but just in case, we'll try to find our way to the book first. Oh, gosh! Wow, okay. Suddenly glad that I bought new equipment, because these are all new enemies. Oh boy, what have we got here? We got a zombie, got a skeleton, got a wraith, and the enemy in the back is... Shadow. So, we got a regular gamut of elemental enemies here. Now, what I'm not sure I want to do yet is buff someone's agility. I need to find out what these enemies are actually going to do. So we'll start off with our attack. Jareth has that accessory that buffs his attack, since he got the first attack. Also got some pretty good armor, so don't have to worry about taking too much damage. That is some bow. Try that puppy out. Not bad. Especially considering Glacia doesn't have... it doesn't have an accessory to buff her attack. That was kind of quite some shuffle there. Oh wow, our final weapons are actually looking pretty good. I'm gonna have you use a spell on the Wraith. Fibs is gonna attack the Wraith next. Maybe the two of us can take it down? I have my doubts, but let's see what happens here. I have never noticed that the Wraith is wearing a necklace. The details that you can spot when you're playing in HD. Okay, the enemy in the back is definitely a concern. Also, the Wraith naturally has plenty of HP. Well, that takes care of that. Yeah, as a reminder, we all have the best weapons in the game, and most of us has the best armor in the game, with the exception of Glacia, but she's in the back row anyway. Alright, how does a regular attack do? The world may never know. Maybe going forward, I should consider buffing Kristana's agility. She doesn't have the lowest agility, that would be Fibs. But Kristana is likely to be using her weapon the most, so having higher accuracy would be useful. Alright, take this out. It's a good thing that skeleton doesn't have eyes, because that was right in the eye. That enemy boosted its magic defense, so best to just stick with physical attacks. Also, now that it's alone... Okay, well, hypothetically... Oh, gosh, that is some recovery there. Hypothetically, now that it's no longer technically blocked by other enemies, it could do a physical attack. But we got ourselves another treant. It is a buffer and healer. So, are these all the new enemies that we'll be expecting here? Well, I mean, aside from the ogre troll equivalent later on in the dungeon. Previous couple dungeons introduced new enemies slowly, but this time we were introduced to them all at once. Unless there are some other new enemies to expect here. Alright, looking at my health here, what could I heal? Jared took a bit of a beating. It seems that the enemies are all too eager to attack him. Or at least the Wraith was. Let's go ahead and use a stronger healing item. Maybe. Yeah, it'll be strong enough. It won't go to waste, that is. Stare there. Statues in here, do any of these have a healing attribute to them? Treasure over there. Nope, no healing statues. What's in the treasure? Prophet elixir. Hold on a sec. I came from the stairs there, and... You know, I don't think that was the left and right that the game was actually talking about. Especially given that that way introduced us to a group entirely consisting of the full set of new enemies. So I'm gonna say that, no, left and right does not mean take the stairs, because right and left would have also led to stairs. Instructions that specific means that there is another path that we need to take. So, that way then. Well, there's not an enemy group in here. And in fact... Hey, there's a jackboot elixir here. Okay, maybe the stairs is the way that I am intended to go. Well, let me continue looking around the first floor anyway. There's the stairs up. And... stairs down. I should be checking the plants just in case they have leaves for elixirs. Alright, well, the stairs down is going to be our eventual destination. But I ain't going that way yet. So, leave it to the fortune teller to, by the way, to give vague instruction on what to do. Could have just said, go upstairs first. Odds are the plants are not going to actually hold anything, but I'll check them anyway. Oh, there's a chest over here. Well, I'm glad that I decided to look around. Alright, let me check the plants real quick. Okay, so we got multiple directions to choose. Stairway leading up over there, stairway up over there, and stairways up there and there. You know what? Maybe this is the left and right we were told to go. Let's go ahead and do these stairs first. Okay, same fight as before, just replacing one of the wraiths with a zombie. And by that I mean replacing the one and only wraith with a zombie. And it occurs to me that despite being water elemental, the zombies were going after Kristana rather than Fibs, who is weak to water elements. I guess giving Fibs that defense accessory means that the zombies figure they would be making better progress attacking Kristana. Well, in that case, I definitely should focus on buffing Kristana's agility. As for you, you're not going to do anything against the water enemies. You would cause neutral damage to the skeleton as well as the enemy in the back. I'll just have you use a regular attack. I tell you what, that skeleton is a hard hitter. Okay, let's do this. Wings, Kristana. I don't know that the enemies will miss you much, but it'll definitely help. In the meantime, we definitely need to focus on the skeleton. And now we don't. Oh, got a miss in there. The wing spell is already paying off. I mean, doesn't guarantee evasion, but that definitely helped. That did not help. That was also supposed to boost your agility. Or your accuracy. Alright, attack the guy in the back because you're not causing much damage against the enemies in front. Guy in the back is kind of annoying, actually. Here, let's undo that heal. Okay, and don't miss. Thank you. And you can kind of join in attacking the zombie. It'll cause neutral damage. Well, the agility spell kinda helped. We got one miss out of it anyway. Now I have to wonder, is just the one miss beneficial? Especially when Kristana still misses herself. Anyway, all that leaves is the shadow, so I'll see you at the end of this fight. And all the shadow wound up doing was trying to heal itself. Alright, we can use a Jackbolt Elixir on Crystana, and we do need to recover a bit of MP. For that, I'll go ahead and use the Waffle Fries for some small heals. And that'll do. More statues. More treasure. I like treasure. Dungeon key. Okay, that'll actually lead us downstairs. Apparently we wouldn't have been able to go down there even if we tried. And I'll go ahead and check out the treasure over here, and then check around the room to see if the statues and plants do anything. Nope, but there is a treasure here. A silver trophy. Nice. It even has an inscription. Heh, looks like Lord Duthry wasn't the best of archers. He came in second. Oh yeah, this palace used to belong to King Duthry before the monsters took over this part of the kingdom. Silver trophy. The inscription reads, Lord Duthry, second place in the Tytaltham archery contest. I have to wonder who came in first. On a related note, if I were to ever take up a sport, it would be archery. It just looks kind of neat. Okay, we just came full circle. Over there was the path we just took. Now we're heading up this way. Okay, seriously, what is the left and right we were told about? Same battle as last time, but this time with the ghost. I guess I can try using wings on Crystana one more time, and we'll see how many times the enemies miss her. Meanwhile, the ghost is potentially as much a threat as the skeleton was, because it'll be attacking Jareth. So I'm actually going to focus on it first. Oh, wait. Water versus wind. That is the wrong elemental weakness, which I knew, but I forgot that that was wind elemental. Okay, you know what? Maybe it actually is worth using the wing spell. It's not guaranteed to help, but it can. So, largely focus on that. Jareth will cause neutral damage against it. I assume the shadow healed itself. It was kind of hard to tell. Alright, that takes care of that. Now, these are water enemies, so Gleason will cause neutral damage against these. And Fibs is not going to be able to do much damage against them, so I'll largely... Okay, yeah. Yeah! Okay, now that haste, that wing spell is coming in handy. It is definitely worth using. Anyway, Fibs is going to focus on blazing the enemy that is not strong against Fibs, while everyone else can go ahead and wail on the zombies. And that is pretty much going to be the fight. You know, it's kind of funny. The Shadow has a sword, but it hasn't used the sword even once. But it sure does like healing itself. Okay, time for some goodies. And also some closets. Oh, there's a treasure here. Hey, there's a diamond ring here. This little baby ought to net us a small fortune. A gold ring with a finely cut diamond. You know, after I'm done climbing up this tower, I will be passing by the entrance on the way down into the dungeon. Maybe I can take that opportunity to return to town, since I'm at the entrance anyway. I might also need to sell off some items. I am not going through my items too quickly. Okay, what else have we got in this way? A save point. I'll come back to the save point momentarily. Never mind, I can go ahead and check out the save point now. I have a feeling that there's a reason why the save point is here. Though, first I have to fight a thing to get to it. And potentially a dangerous fight. For this one, I might want to consider using wings on Jareth. He'll be taking the brunt of damage, I feel like. So, you know what? I actually am. I might consider also using haste in this fight, so that someone can get in some more attacks. Here. Since I need to use some items up anyway, we'll use a strong attack here. Yeah, that is definitely a strong attack. Kristana, I'm not too worried about. Yep, I'm going to be using a lot of magic in this fight. Kristana, you have the accessory that buffs your magic attack, so that'll also be good damage. And Vibs, as long as you don't miss, you can finish this off probably. You missed. Well, potentially helpful to use the wings on Jareth. To ensure this fight goes a little bit faster, Kalisa, take down those enemies faster. I think only an ice dagger is necessary at this point. In fact, use Glacier on the one we haven't damaged yet. Kristana's about to get her turn. And then Kristana can finish off the skeleton with her slightly weaker magic attack. Oh, hey, guess what? It needed more than a weak attack. Fibs, don't miss again. Thank you. I'm not sure the wings spell helped as much as I would have liked. So clearly the wing spell can be helpful. It's just not guaranteed to be helpful. I feel like Kristana might miss on this next hit, so... Ice Dagger. And there we go. And with that taken care of, that just leaves the weak zombie and the shadow. So... Okay, I want to use up some of my MP healing items, so this time I'm going to go ahead and use magic to recover my health. And from there, I can... I've already used up the fries, the waffle fries, so we'll start using these breadsticks to recover bits of MP. And that's the end of that breadstick. And none of the healing was wasted. Okay, there's a locked door there, a path further along there, and a mystery staircase in the other direction. And of course, the save point here. This seems like a good spot to end today's episode. Next time, we'll be checking out these other directions. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Oink!